Hey YouTubers, welcome. This edition we're going to be showing you a basic survival video on how to build a quick hot fire the real way, the way that saves the most energy and is 100% the most fastest way to acquire fire in a survival situation or hunting and fishing and you just want fire fast. Stay tuned and let's go. And welcome. My name is Paul K. This is Saturday Morning Outdoors, and this is a special edition for survival fires. And if you like, subscribe, and comment. And I think you'll find this very valuable, quick video on energy-saving, efficient fire lighting. This technique was taught to me and a bunch of other guys by a gentleman named Ron Hood, one of the premier survivalist instructors on the planet. He teaches or taught elite special forces from all over the world, including our own military, and has extensive instructional videos on survival in all aspects of survival, and absolutely my opinion, the best instructor in the world. So the object of this video is to show you the most expedient way to build a fire in a survival situation. Bear in mind that in a survival situation you want to fire fast, so this is the most important weapon or equipment you'll have with you besides your regular survival gear. If you think things logically and try to get good at everything you do, and beforehand, before the disaster or whatever the survival situation, or just hunting and fishing, then you'll be good at it and you'll be able to succeed in whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to do. And so this technique involves two parts. It's procuring fuel for the fire and lighting the fire. And everyone's first initial, because of our American upbringing, or even every guy in the world, basically it's axes to cut firewood, saws to cut firewood, all kind of devices to cut firewood, but you're expending a lot of energy. And Ron Hood's theory is absolutely 100% correct. In a survival situation, you want to be saving calories, and you want the fire to be built as fast as possible so that the fire can give you the warmth, you can cook your food, it'll keep wild animals away, and all the good things that a fire brings in a survival situation, and just out in the woods and lighting, a fire for your own enjoyment, actually. But the old ways are out. Just get them out of your head right now. We're thinking pioneer, chop wood with an axe. You're expending too much energy sawing wood. You're expending too much energy. Let me show you. First, pick the site for the fire, where you're going to spend the night or wherever you're just going to camp out. Make sure there's no obstructions up ahead, up above you, obviously. Make sure the wind direction, because you need wind for the fuel for the fire to ignite. It's important for it to be a slight breeze, and notice which way the smoke's going so that you don't get smoky, and the fire will burn better and more efficiently with sufficient wind. So set up your fire ring wherever you're going to build it with those ideas in mind. Next thing is gathering firewood, the fuel for the fire. Put the axe away. It has other places in camp, survival situations and so forth, but it's not for building a fast, expedient fire. Put the saws away. Put everything else out of your head. Open your mind to a new way. Maybe you've seen this before, but I bet most of you haven't. Find two trees that are close together, like this. These happen to be 6 inches apart, around there, about the thickness of the wood that you want to gather for your fire. You're going to find these trees in this configuration every 50 or 100 yards in the woodlands, wherever you're at, and pretty easy to find. So, and now gather your dry wood you know, as dry as you can get it. And now you're going to, rather than sawing and rather than chopping and expending all that energy, this is what's going to happen. After gathering your wood, you get the idea. The amount it took energy to saw that or to chop that. I got a stack of wood. What did that take? 40 seconds? You're using your head, not your energy. Now that after the wood has been gathered, you build your fire. I'm sure you guys that have gone this far into the video are not beginners and you know how to build a fire. I like the teepee fire, leaves on the bottom, then twigs in the shape of a teepee, and then larger sticks and then into the logs on first, and then set it up and light it up. Now, second is ignition of the fuel. You have your fire ready to light and you're ready to go. Once again, you have to think differently. Forget about the notions in your head of lighting a fire that we've been all taught traditionally. Basically, it's so deep and subliminal within us, Ron Hood said, is that just to be a man, you should have to know all the techniques to light a fire. I'm proficient in all of them. I can use the fire bow, I can use flint and steel, I can use the fire piston, and so forth and so on. I get really good at it. These are great for secondary backups. The absolute worst thing you want to do is using a fire drill and taking 3 hours to light your fire in a survival situation. You're trying to expend the least amount of energy. So you could be scared out of your mind. You know, you could be in terror running. You have to find a place and calm down. Fire will bring you warmth and cheer, and you can cook your food on it. You want to get that fire going as quickly as you can. You want to be worried about fire drills and flint and steel. This is not 1794 or 1704, and you're not going for your merit badge and your Webelos for the fire badge. You want to get a fire going as fast and as expediently as possible. And how are we going to do that? And because we've been bred and brought up to be a man, you must know how to, a good survivor, you must know how to light a fire 15 different ways. Just bring these. Stack 15 of them in your backpack. The more you have, the better. The Bic lighters, a buck or two at any dollar store, and light the fire. Forget about flint and steel and all that, magnifying glasses and all. You're surviving. You know, you're in a survival mode. So this is 2022. You have to think like a survivor in order to survive. And you want to just get that fire lit. You want to get it lit. So gather your wood. Like I said in the beginning, set up your fire and light your fire with a lighter. This is 2022. You're in survival mode and you want to survive. And that's the fastest way to do it. Don't be playing with all these other gimmicks and gadgets. That's the absolutely wisdom and just knowledge of a outdoorsman that's taught us all well, Ron Hood, and that it's the absolute truth. Gather your wood that way. Forget about the saws and forget about the axes and all that. Use those for other things if you think you need it. And get your fire lit. That's all. Just use the Bic lighter. You don't need any of that other stuff. And you'll do fine. And believe me, in a survival mode, it'll hit home exactly what I'm saying. So that's it. This quick video just to pass on those two very, very useful outdoors woodsman tips to you on how to start a basic fire. Hope you like it. Hope you can appreciate what I'm trying to tell you. Let it sink in. Think about what I'm saying as far as gathering the wood goes And everyone, oh, the sacred axe or the sacred saw. No, just get the wood as fast as you can. You're trying to survive. And always bear in mind, Ron Hood would say, the rule of threes. You can live 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. Those will be your priorities, figuring out in your survival mode what you have to deal with first. Oxygen, obviously, find a place near water, and then procure your food. Get your shelter going before your food. You don't need the food the first day in true survival mode. Anyway, that's it. I don't want to ramble on too long. The idea is to show you how to build a quick fire. I hope I've achieved that, and like, subscribe, and you know what to do. Trail Boss, out.